Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading for July 2019. This is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising. You may have plans in the sign of Capricorn. You may be in love with a Capricorn, or you're intuitively guided to the channel. Welcome everyone. I'm so happy you found me. We're going to go ahead and just get right into your reading. By the way, I've had a lot of people ask about the Tibetan singing bowl and why I haven't done it for the month of July. I don't know, to be honest. I just feel for this month, for some reason, I'm leaving it out. Okay, it's coming back for sure. But, I don't know why. I just feel like this month I'm meant to get directly into the reading, so that's what we're going to do. All right, my loves. Go ahead and clear your mind. Release the outcome. And please feel free to ask your guides for confirmation. We have messages for you. Can be through a number, a letter, a name, whatever. All right, one more shuffle. Hard to handle now. All right, my loves. What's going on for July 2019? We open with the Four of Swords. So it tells me you've been in a healing process. We have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Wands. So it's just showing me that you've been in, we could say, a holding pattern. Definitely a healing pattern. What does that mean? It just means that you've come upon the place within your journey where it's time for reflection and understanding. And if I can't come to this on my own, then it's time to invite your guides in, your angels in, pray to God, whoever you pray to. Allow the healing process to take place too, because I feel like part of this is, allowing others to help with this healing process. That could be here on Earth, because there's something coming up. There's something coming up, and there's something that's going to need your attention. And I feel like whatever this is, I'm getting an image of like seeing your journey, like in the wilderness and the path, right? The path is being cleared. And I feel this Ace of Wands is something that is on your path, that you're meeting up to. And I feel like this is a very long stretch within this Ace of Wands. So whatever I am meeting up to on my path, right, once this healing process is complete, I continue on, and whatever this is, maybe for the rest of your journey, this may be included within the rest of your journey. What I like is that it's the Ace of Wands. It shows me that, you're going to be passionate. You're going to have a lot of passion during this next period. You're not being asked to do anything other than what it is you already want to do. So it's not really, you're not really entering into like a karmic law type of situation. This is more about your enjoyment. Okay, let's get the rest of the cards out. You know, and whatever you're coming up to, I feel like it's really in the fall. So let's say, I know, you know, we're in different time zones, so I feel like to me it's like September, October, November. Those are going to be really important months. Even though I feel like you're picking up this next thing, next, whatever it is, experience. Let's just say experience right now. You're coming upon that soon. I do feel like you have a role to play here, right? With the Four Swords, it is about the patience, right? Patience to allow myself to heal, allowing others to help, accepting that help also. And I almost feel like you just start to feel better and feel better and better, to the point where eventually I almost feel guaranteed that you will reach out for this ace. So this is telling me this healing process will take place, has taken place, and is actually doing good. Not just words, right? Allow yourself to heal. This is actually a healing process. Some of it has to do with your mind, your thoughts. We have Major Arcana. It's called Call. In this deck, it's Judgment. Wow. So you're being called to action right beside this ace. We have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is coming up in a lot of people's readings. It's a very give and take, very charitable type of heart. That type of energy. We have the Four of Cups coming under the Three of Pentacles. We have Love, which is, oh my gosh, I can't think of it. Six of Cups. No, I'm sorry, it's not the Six of Cups. It is the Lovers. The Lovers. Lovers can represent a Gemini, can also represent a Virgo. And then we have the Three of Wands. Beautiful. So this is action. This is movement within one's journey and feeling good about it. Almost showing us that we have nothing to fear. I have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. It makes perfect sense here. Because your reading is, you know, we're going to go deep. We're going to dig deeper now. But the bottom line is your reading is about allowing healing to take place. And noticing how you're starting to feel better. And then a little bit more better. And then better. And better. Right? And what's happening is it is like universal energy where it's pulling, or not pulling, providing some light, warmth, right? A little bit of warmth on a cold day, that type of thing. It's enough to trigger you to then continue to move along this path, right? Until you meet up with this next adventure. Next adventure. It's showing me with Judgment right beside it. It's just not one you want to turn away, right? It's asking for a rebirth with this. It's providing a rebirth. You know, the healing comes first. Well, with Judgment over here in the right-hand corner, you know, this is the heavens helping with the healing process. And there's reason behind it, purpose behind it. Divine wants you to move along on your path. Wants you to get to this ace, right? Now, attached to this ace is the Lovers. Of course. You know, here comes our love twist, always. Here's the Lovers, okay? And it's attached to this ace. So I don't have fear against this Lovers. This is something that I'm about to welcome into my life in some fashion or another, but it is showing me that I do go forward with who's ever represented in the energy of the Lovers. And again, we will clarify that. You have the 3 and the 4. So the healing and immediate progression. You know, I feel like the 4 of Cups is asking you to think about, how do we say this? Think about your thoughts. Think about your thoughts. But in a way, that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like it's just a little bit of a need to redirect my energy. Am I trying to heal the wrong thing? Am I trying to get healing energy to something that I myself created? So the only one who can uncreate it would be me. 8 of Swords energy is popping up. I don't have a card, but I can feel the energy of it. Okay, well, we have the Fool anyway. So, what's the Fool? One of the main messages of the Fool is asking you to take a chance. Now, being Capricorn, you know you're going to want to think it out a little bit, right? And it's okay. It's like, go ahead and think it out, but don't overthink it. Because this is about taking a chance. This has nothing to do with the past. Doesn't mean a person from the past can't be involved. Someone here in this Lover cards is involved. I don't know if they're past or present, or just someone of eternity. I have a feeling it's eternity, but we'll see. So, and the Fool wants you to let go of your swords, right? Let go of your defenses, because you really don't need it. Matter of fact, the 6 of Pentacles is telling me part of what you're moving into, this Ace of Wands energy, is really an acceptance of oneself, but also acceptance of other people, and acceptance of other people are just going to be different than me. It's not wrong, it's not right, it just is. And maybe within that statement, there's something I'm trying to control that I can't. You know, it's not mine to control. So, hence, I will never control it. Someone needs to just look at that statement, because there's something in there, okay? And that is what your 8 of Swords energy is, by the way. So, hopefully, that was enough to trigger something within you, that then you can now free yourself from that, okay? Okay. Alright, let's bring out the clarifiers. And what do we want to use? I think I'm going to use the Cosmic Tarot today. I like the Cosmic Tarot because they're dramatic, and I like dramatic cards. You know, that's what really triggers your intuition. I'm very, very picky with my cards. Not that I'm picky, but they have to stir something within me. If they don't, not that I get rid of them, but I put them away for a little while. And they may trigger me down the road, too. It happens all the time. Matter of fact, these cards here, the Good Tarot, I bought them in December 2018 and didn't connect to them. And I think I brought them out in February, and all of a sudden it was just like this beautiful connection. Kind of like the Lovers. Alright, let's break this down. Should we start where you're at, where you were, or where you're going? I think to figure out where we're going, we have to figure out where we were and why we were there. You know, there's a journey of. I do feel like a lot of karmic energy. You know, and Leo had that too, where literally their debt was paid off. You know, you may be connected to Leo, you may have Leo in your chart, because I kind of feel for some of you the same thing. You were in a very karmic time, a period of just paying off karmic debts, you know? And it can be very rough, but the reward is for eternity. Maybe if we know that, the battle's not quite as hard, you know what I mean? Like, we know what we're fighting for, then it's worth the fight. Okay. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck, the Lovers. What's going on, Capricorn? Okay, I need to look at a card. I'm looking all around, and I notice when I do that, I don't get cards. So I need to concentrate on what it is. What do I want to know here? You know, what are we trying, what is it that needs healed? I have the Eight of Pentacles and the Star card. Star card is Aquarius. It's the energy of hopes and dreams, right? But it's the energy of not giving up hope. It's the connection, as above, so below. So for some of you, this is you wanting to bring, you know, where you're at in this healing process is now wanting to bring something towards you. You're working on that. You're working towards that. Let's put another card there. So I feel like we're, you know, it's not even like we're talking about the past here. Because I feel like the healing process, right, and the light is now starting to seep in. Well, the Star card feels like that light that's just seeping in. And what it's doing is it's causing you to think about more about where I want to be, like the Ace of Wands, how I want it to be, how I want it to look to me. Maybe that includes the Lovers down here. You know, the energy I'm putting into it. So you're doing exactly what you're being asked to do. Beautiful. Now moving into the energy of manifesting. And you know, the thing is, I think if you're, let's say your imagination, whatever is in this Star card, that you want to bring, if you started to manifest it too early, right, before the healing, you would have put a lot of negative components upon it because that hasn't been cleared from you. So there's a waiting, right? Hence within the Four, the patience of it, right? Like be solid within your healing, and then allow that light to seep in and start then to dream big, okay? But why am I telling you that? I feel like you're already doing that. You know, it's almost like not almost like, you're hearing the calling. You know, here's the calling through the Judgment card. Well, here you are answering it. You're doing exactly what's being asked. And hence, here is why the Ace is sitting on your path. I mean, the Ace has been there. Hence why you're moving towards it now. Okay, let's keep building on that a little bit more. We'll add in the Three of Pentacles to that too. Yeah, the 4 and the 3, 7. Yeah, you're really, it's the energy really looking at oneself, right? Looking at maybe what I think other people, how do I want to say this? It's almost like a false persona of myself and how I think others judge me. So how I see others as looking at me, but just a need for me to turn that around for some reason, because it's almost like okay, so I could walk into a room, and if I walk in that room, and before I walk in that room, for whatever the reason, I think, okay, all those people in that room are going to be against me and probably want to injure me in some way. So what am I going to do before I open that door? I'm going to put my guard up, right? I'm going to put my persona up of protection. And badass, maybe, right? I got to go in there being a better ass than they are. I got to control the room, especially as Earth. So you walk into that room with that persona of what will be, right? But maybe you open that door, and instead of all these badasses sitting there, it's a room full of angels, right? But now you're walking to this room full of beautiful angels, light and love, and you have your steel defense up. So, I don't know where I'm going with that other than we need to look at that. Okay. I feel like saying, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Success. The Emperor. Emperor could be my boss. And then I have Temperance. Wow. So I have, right here I have Virgo, Aries, and Sagittarius. And Aquarius. And Virgo again. As people. Okay. Okay, so this is showing me that for some of you, this is about a project, a business, or a career. 9 of Pentacles, though, I feel like I'm working for myself. Though I could be, a contractor. I could be real estate, working on commission, working only commission, that type of energy. Or I'm building a business, and, what I pay out comes from my pocket, and what comes in goes into my pocket. It doesn't have to bypass anybody else's pockets. But then I have the Emperor here, and I have Temperance, and Temperance is asking for patience. Again, it's patience while something comes together. It's the building up from the 8 of Pentacles now to the 9 of Pentacles, right? It's the initial effort of whatever this dream is, or wherever I want to take, let's just say, my career. And then the actual movement of it. 9 of Pentacles, again, it's success. But it's success with hard work, right? But listen, I'm saying hard work, however, I have the star behind it. So, I have a connection to my work. Let's put it that way. I have a strong connection to what I do and what I want to do. Temperance tells you that it should come together better than you can imagine, right? Don't rush. And the Emperor kind of feels right now as the center of wisdom. Almost like Temperance is saying, make sure you're very knowledgeable about what it is within this, again, we'll say career, which covers, I feel like it's covering your creative abilities too, okay? Okay, let's look. There's something with the Emperor's energy where, I don't know, maybe he's helping with his dream He's helping you in some way bring us together, because he's also attached to the Three of Pentacles. So he may be part of the team, which is you too. You know, that would be you within there. Unless you have three people who are really trying to help you along with something. Temperance is telling me you're on the right path. Okay, number one. Even if it's only in the thought process right now. Right? Even if it's only in the thought process. You're definitely on the right path. It is about the work that you put into it with the Eight of Pentacles. Just a teeny weeny little bug, just so little. Anyway, the work that I put into it directly affects me. But nothing is impossible when the Star card is present. All things are possible. And Temperance backing that energy up beautifully. You know, you're born to do this. You're born to do this. Make sure that you have what you need, you know, especially Capricorn. I feel you would do this naturally, you know. Do I know what I'm talking about? Do I have evidence to support my claims? Can I back up my claims? That type of thing. I don't know what I mean by that. Because I can see that in a lot of different capacities. Anyways, taking on the energy of the Emperor, which, you know, and it may be something to do with your own life and how you've overcome different challenges. The Emperor is the perfect example of that, to the point where he is the leader, he or she is the leader of the people, right? The leader of the people. And he leads through experience and wisdom, and also the ability to delegate. I don't know why I'm saying that. Somebody may need to learn to delegate. I know that's something I had to learn. You know, as I managed businesses, I had to learn to delegate, because Earth, who can do it better, right? Who can do it better than me? I might as well just do it, right? We truly, you know, it had to be an Earth sign to come up with that. Anyway, need to delegate too. And they need to accept, right? Accept the help. The Emperor may be a symbol of help for you. And opening yourself up to that. Interesting. Okay. I don't know if this Emperor turns in to someone within this Lover's card. You know, we don't have to assume this is just love, right? It doesn't have to be love, but I have a feeling if it's not love for someone, I do feel like it is coming together. And maybe it's with an Aries and a Sagittarius and yourself. Actually, you know, maybe there is 5 of you, yourself, an Aquarius, a Virgo, an Aries, and a Sagittarius. If that is you, and someone's asking you to join, I would definitely consider it. I mean, I would do it. But I don't like telling you what to do. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, well, I guess let's go to the Ace of Wands. I think it's early. It's okay to add it in now. Okay, I have the Three of Cups again, and the King of Cups. Wow. So again, the merging, right? Now I'm looking at the Ace. I'm adding in the Ace of Wands now. This is a celebration of, or over, or with this King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Maybe. Okay, it doesn't have to be. Let's see what else we have. Oh boy. Six of Cups. And the Strength card. Card of Leo. Hello, people, right? A lot of different people in your life for July, for whatever the reason. Okay, let's look at this King Cups. King Cups is someone from the past. Whether it, could be Leo here. Again, a water sign. Doesn't have to be, though, okay? I'm seeing the Three of Cups and Six of Cups, which is a Nine of Cups, which is self-fulfillment, which is a card of my dreams, right? What I put my hope into coming to me. And we have the Nine. It is a someone of the past, and it is someone where I did, I needed the energy of the Strength card to heal, whether this lifetime or a past lifetime. But, again, it's like that call of action. I feel like I have two different things going on here. I feel like this is talking about career, and I kind of like that it's coming first. Much how it happened in my life. I connected with my twin, and then all kinds of shit just happened, and I left Pennsylvania, went back to Rhode Island, and started this business. And I know that if we would have stayed together then, I never would have created, I wouldn't have created, I mean, it wasn't even a thought in my mind. No one's more surprised when I see, like my subscriber count. No more, I'm so surprised and so thankful, because it was just the tiniest little thought in my mind, and I know that it was guided to me. So, nonetheless, I followed my intuition. I started this, and oh my God, I can't imagine not having it now. And then my twin and I reconnected. And now we're like, we're about to move in together. So, Temperance says trust, patience. There's a reason for your patience. It's not just like, okay, like you're telling a little kid, be patient over there. Sit in a chair and just be patient. Now, Temperance is saying, during this time when the fire and water are being mixed together for you, this is about you going through the healing process. Okay? Okay. Wow. Let's add judgment in with that. Number 2. For some reason, I've been thinking life path numbers lately. Life path numbers. So you may be a life path number 2. Could you be a 2 and a 3? 23. Wow. How you find out your life path number is you add your whole birthday together. If it comes to a master, like 11, 22, 44, you just add it. 11 would be 2. And, you get some very interesting things through your numerology, too. Your life path, your soul urge. My soul urge is a 9, and it explains, it's my soul's urge. And, oh my God, it just fits it to a T. 3 of Swords. Okay. So judgment, or divine, understands, knows of the pain, right? Knows of the pain that we carry. For many different reasons, right? For losing loved ones, for relationships that go wrong, for disappointments in life. And judgment knows all that, divine knows all that, right? But it's about the purpose of it. That's what I feel like it's really saying. It's the purpose of our pain. It's sitting right by the Strength card. And I know that means there's nothing we can't overcome. And I know that because I've done it. There's nothing we can't overcome. Now, that doesn't mean it all goes away. No. There's just certain energy will always be with you. It changes you, right? It changes your chemistry. But it's meant to. So the pain had purpose. I know many are going to get upset at that. But I don't care. And the reason I don't care is because, I've gone through what I consider the hardest pain that any human could ever go through, and that's losing your child. And not that I'm stronger than anyone else, but I follow the advice that I receive. I'd be stupid not to. And when I tell you that you can overcome, you can overcome. And there is purpose. Maybe part of the purpose is, like myself, if you've lost someone, well, is to honor their life. Anyway, let's keep moving with that. Let's pull another one up. If I listen to everything the person I'm with now has said to me during fights, now I want to tell you, he's a Virgo, I'm a Virgo. He's a life 2, path 2, I'm a life path 2. We have so many synchronicities. When I tell you it's looking in a mirror, we are each other. And that is so challenging, but so rewarding at the same time. God, I'm sorry. I don't know why I was telling you that. Like, sometimes I'll tell you a story, and then bam, the reason goes away. All right, look at this. We have the Ten of Cups. Okay, wow. You can't enter into the Ten of Cups carrying heavy pain of the past. You just can't. They're two opposing energies. You can't. It's like taking two magnets and turning them around and expecting them to come together. They can't. They repel one another. It's much like the Three Swords and the Ten of Cups. It becomes part of you, but you absorb it and, allow it to change your chemistry. It's meant to. But you don't sit within the pain of it, okay? Because they are opposing forces. But judgment, divine, is bringing both of these out. Opposing forces for you. Let's see what else we have here. Queen of Cups. So now we have the Queen to the King over here. Because we know this King's moving forward with us in some capacity. And look at that, the Ace of Pentacles. This is bringing abundance into your earthly world. Abundance that you can taste, touch, feel, concrete. So, and hello, is that part of the Ten of Pentacles or the Ten of Cups? Of course it is. So I really need to look at these opposing forces. Maybe, I want the Ten of Cups, right, in the Star Cup, in the Star card over here. This is what I want. It's what I'm praying for. It's what I'm working towards. But I'm still heavy into the Three of Swords. That pain, that heartache. Then I need to just allow myself to heal a little bit longer before, I need to understand I have two opposing forces right now within me, what I want and where I'm at. So allow healing to take place. Invite in angels, whatever you need to do. Because once that energy can become harmonic, let's say, this is when the Ten of Cups energy then appears. It is the law of attraction. It is. It's just showing it to us in a different way. And, here's the proof. We have this King that we know is already on the path, and there's the Queen meeting up on that path with the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's, I feel like I need to jump down to the Lovers. Because I feel like I want to bring all the people out, and then we'll figure out the rest again. So let's jump down to the Lovers card. Basic tarot is it's a head over heart decision. Do I stay or do I go? What do I listen to? My head or my heart? You know, you have the Three of Wands right beside that, with this pink and red energy in it, which reminds me of the energy of the heart. And it's the energy that's moving forward. So for some of you, that may be confirmation of which direction, head or heart. I have the Prince of Swords. So, Prince of Swords, younger energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Following on the card of Gemini, a card of air. Let's get some cards around him. This can be someone, you know, earlier in our lives. He's got flowers in his hands. He's got a book he wants to present. Could be the Bible. I don't know why at this point I would say that, but could be. I mean, it could be any book of faith. I don't know, though. Unless this is someone who actually, like, knocks on doors. I don't know. Well, that's a lot of cards. I can't take all those. Sorry, guys. They'll come back out. What's meant to come out. Okay. Who's this prince? The Tower. Okay, so this was earlier energy. Earlier in your life. Earlier in one of your lives. Perhaps all your lives. Tower energy came down. Looks like it kind of happened to him. Him or her. But it looks like it happened to him. He was definitely part of it. But it is falling on, again, the lovers. So, part of it, but aren't they really both part of it? Of course they are. You know, this person of your past, again, this lifetime. You know, if it's someone from a last lifetime, I feel like, because I had the energy of eternity over there, so I feel like this is somebody who's just, wow, I just saw a bird, like, came this close to grabbing a bug that was flying. Missed it. So close, though. Weird. Okay. You know, this is why I like doing readings by my window, because something will just, normally my head is down and I am into this energy, but something will trigger me out there, and I feel like it's for you. So, okay. Alright, let's see. So we know this is prior energy. We know, you know, the ending of this felt like destruction, right? We felt the pain. Here's the Three of Swords, clearly. You know, and if I feel that type of pain, and pain that seems for some still lingers on, then I know that this person, then I know you have a special connection to this person, right? Because this is beyond the pain of a karmic. You know, anybody breaks their heart, it hurts, right? But as time goes by, you learn who you quickly get over and who never leaves your mind. You know, who's karmic and who's soul? Well, I mean, anyone can be a soulmate. They can be stepping stones. You are for them. But karmic, you know, they hurt me. I can get over them pretty easy. They may never get over me. That's Capricorn, right? I'll get over you, but you'll never get over me. Clearly, they didn't get over you. Okay, let's go and look at that. I just noticed on the bottom of the deck we have the Hermit, card of Virgo. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Wow. You know, I feel like Seven of Pentacles is a card of destiny. It is, you know, it is everything that we planted. It is all the seeds intention. You know, it's like the Akashic Records. It's all written in time. It always was, always will be. As above, so below, so be it. All of that. And then it's about the patience. And then harvest time. something's coming back around, no doubt. But I have to tell you, the Seven of Pentacles coming out in the Tower, but also coming out for the Lovers, and also coming out on this Prince. You know, sometimes we have these seeds, okay? We could say something that's written in time. We can say a soulmate, a twin flame, whatever we want to call them. But they are seeds of intention, right? There are soul contracts. And when they come up, they come up. And sometimes, sometimes, we're not willing to end something that maybe was just a karmic lesson. But just feel, the human body, the humans experience it, right? The soul knows. It's just a karmic lesson. Come on, Sandy. Just a karmic lesson. Don't overthink this, right? But us as human, we're like, oh my God. How can I survive? I'll never move on, right? How can I? And the soul's like, oh, trust me, you will. You think, come on, you fought wars and battles. You've been imprisoned in, and I mean, just think about it. You were hung as a witch. You were burned at the stake, and you think getting over this karmic person, you'll never do it? The soul's like, please, please. Okay, well, meant to be. The good and the bad, right? The good, bad, and the ugly. All has purpose. Okay, so I want to know about this Prince of Swords now. Who he's representing. Is he holding the book of truth? The book of knowledge? Is this what this represents to us? The white flower, is that a sign of pure of mind, pure of heart, right? It's coming on swords, so pure of mind, pure of heart. Or you could say, I got my shit together, right? I got my shit together. Maybe maybe they're born again with judgment here, born again and having that book in the hand. Now the book is their rock. Maybe before it was women and drinking, and now the book is their rock. But I feel like also coming with proof, because you will require it. You will require it. So true. I could see you doing that too, like, okay, yep, yeah, I want to believe you, but how about we do this? How about you go back to that tower, get me the proof that I want, and then we'll talk. So they do. And I feel like for someone, they're going to come in with a really great explanation of the events of the tower. From maybe a biblical point of view or a spiritual point of view, but it may blow you away a little bit. It's definitely from a higher thinking. I don't mean like, like I'm talking about like 9/11, in the States and how the towers are taken down. It's not about, well, why am I talking about that? I don't know. Maybe someone's coming forward with like information on that. But I feel like it's coming to you. But nonetheless, they're coming with proof in hand. Okay. All right. I want to look a little deeper. Thank you. I have the Four of Pentacles. I have the King of Swords. Now, hello. Is this not now present day energy? Showing up as the king, right? No longer the prince. I've mended my ways. I've matured. I've grown. I love showing up as the king. I don't care if it's male, female. It's just showing us the progression of this person, and this person learning directly from the tower. So whatever happened, whatever's the destruction in their life, and I feel like it was you, this breaking down, you may think it didn't affect them, but it's exactly what taught them. Here is the purpose of the pain. It was a direct lesson for them, and they absorbed that lesson. I don't know how long it took them. I was a prince, and now I'm the king. I'm coming on the Four of Pentacles. Stability. The Rock again. This person may be your rock again. And I believe him. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is looking right down. Okay, so, it's showing me that this king has gotten emotional clarity over the Tower. He has examined these cups. The destruction of these cups. I feel like this is someone who has looked at their life, looked at their time with you, but I feel like this is even beyond that. This is looking at all my emotional cups. This could start with, like, my mother, my father. Maybe at that point I didn't feel good enough. I wasn't getting the love I felt I needed. Well, there's one cup down, right? Then I become a teenager, and kids can be so mean, and no one likes me, but there's another cup down. Then we move to our 20s, maybe 21, we go to the bar, and everyone else is getting picked up, and I don't feel like anyone's coming to me. It's a cup down. And I continue, right? This is going back and looking at each of those elements and picking that cup back up. Having clarity over that. It is the cups that have been knocked down throughout my life is why the Tower had to come in until these cups were picked up and looked at. Strictly as a lesson. And the lesson is to teach me how to love deeper. This is what Temperance is saying. You need to have patience and allow this to happen. Not just for yourself, but also for the other person. Coming with the book of knowledge. I can tell you why each one of my cups was knocked down. I can tell you why I acted the way I acted. It makes so much sense to me now. So I come with my sword, right, which is my truth, my authentic self. I come with the white flower, which is pure of heart, pure of thoughts. I come with the book of knowledge. I come much like the emperor, right, the collective wisdom. And maybe if your cups aren't all standing yet, their purpose is to help you with those last couple cups, to put them back up again. This is the journey this person has gone through. And for some of you, this is your other half. So I think I need to take glory in the fact that, not only am I being healed, but they're being healed too. Being healed because I'm willing to look. I'm willing to be healed. I feel this king realized until I do this, I never move into the Nine of Cups energy, into self-fulfillment. I need to look at self-destruction first before I can move into self-fulfillment. Okay. Interesting. God, I love doing readings. Okay, where do I want to go? Let's look down at the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. I also want to remember to take a card on the Fool. I just looked, we have the High Priestess underneath the Fool. And underneath that, there's your Ten of Cups. And by the way, underneath that is you creating that Ten of Cups. The Magician. Understanding one's power in the world and within myself and what I can create. I'm the one who creates it all, so to speak. So, intuition, right? High Priestess. Answers to sometimes those hard-hitting questions. Guidance, definitely guidance, and a trust. And then the journey begins with the Fool. Okay. Four and a 6 equals a 10. This may be my way out, right? Look at that, with the 10 of Wands. My way out. Hello, lover. First of all, can I just say, I love that the Lovers is coming after the 10 of Wands. After the 10 of Wands. And we have the 4 of Cups. 4 Cups, 4 Cups. Lovers, the neighbor. Lovers showing up again. I just feel like this is saying, as long as I carry around the heavy energy. Again, I have two very opposing forces. Did I say that right? 2 opposing forces. Again, 6 of Pentacles, which is open and receiving. 10 of Wands is the heaviness of the burden. So one is a very light energy, charitable, happy. I just give freely. 10 of Wands is I've been given and given and given, and I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of it. Wanting something to end, right? It is a change of the energy. It's a changing of the guards here. And again, the Lovers is following after the fact. So, 10 of Wands, able to come to an end, right? Lovers about to begin. You know, and I feel like just saying for someone, this isn't about then going out and seeking my lover, right? It's not about that. Because remember what came before that. And this is really building you up, right? Then Ace of Wands is there. We know the Lovers is already on that path. We don't need to seek it. And what I mean is, like, don't put all your energy as in, like, all my eggs in one basket. This is about divine timing. It's everywhere. It's all about divine through your reading, right? It is about guidance. But you have to follow it, too. You have to feel it, like with the High Priestess. And then the Fool, then follow. But it's a trusting. It's just going to end up on your path. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know, I'm not going to move until this person comes in my life, until Lovers. As your energy changes, as your energy lifts, all you're going to do is bring higher and higher energy into your life, which is joy, laughter, and love. You keep your energy there, and I guarantee you, you're going to meet your lover along the path, whether it be someone from the past or not. Okay. I'm going to take 1 or 2 more on there. I don't know why my nose is itching like crazy. You know, I remember I took, I think it was Vicodin or something for, like, you know, a toothache. And I remember every time I took it, my nose would just, the tip of my nose would itch like crazy. What's doing that now? And I don't have the pleasure of a Vicodin in me, so I don't know why I'm feeling that. I feel like, you know, I have to look this up because I often feel the 10 of Wands is like the restriction of Saturn or Mars, like the restriction. There's a restriction in there, but when I think of Saturn, I know it's like when Saturn is retrograde and then goes direct. And you guys know I know very little, but this is just a knowing I have within me that when Saturn goes direct, there is a call, right, of show me what you did with this time. You know, what did you do as I was in retrograde? Because it's almost like a freedom. And, but there's purpose behind it. and then being called. Show me what you did, my child. Shit, I didn't really do much. Okay, well, hence this will be your next 2 or 3 months. Look who just popped up, the King of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Could be your own energy. And the 2 of Pentacles. Beautiful. So I have movement, if nothing else here. I do have the decision, 4 of Cups. I also have a little bit of decision mode. I don't know what's going on in my nose. Just so itchy. So again, decision mode. But, you know, what am I looking at? Am I looking at the wrong things? Because this person is concentrating again on the cups. Well, if I don't have my head together, what I see in those cups could be very different than what is actually there, right? So I may see like an illusion within these cups of my past, right? Because I'm not seeing it clearly. And I want to be careful not to base my decision, my movement forward from that, okay? I'm going to stay on for just a minute longer, now that we have this king pop up, and a decision in front of you. Well, we have the Princess of Swords. Wow. You see synchronicities with the Prince of Swords up there? So much energy about this prince. No, he was on the Lovers. And now we have the Princess of Swords. Look at that. We have the Princess of Cups. What's going on here? We have the Death card. Card Scorpio. And then I have the World card. Wow. So the Death card and the World card side by side. Something ending. Something that I shouldn't resist, right? Because there's something new opening up. Hence the Ace of Wands. Something new opening up. The world is about the spirituality too. I'm now able to carry my spirituality along my human path. Where maybe years ago, yeah, spirituality wasn't even a part of me. Now I'm able to carry both side by side, you know, as one. So something needs to end here. And again, I have that too. And then I have 2 women here. Princess of Swords and the Princess of Cups. Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. King of Pentacles looks like he needs to make this decision, to be honest. So if you are the King of Pentacles, I mean Capricorn, but King of Pentacles needs to make this decision. I want to put a card right on these 2 princesses. I know he does make a decision. He moves into the world energy. 2 of Cups. Wow. It's this person figuring out who is my soulmate, who was karmic, and who is a soulmate. I really don't feel this is the same person up here. It could be. We could be going back even further with your counterpart. Maybe someone wanted a better explanation of, well, what could have caused pain. But it does look like a decision between 2 people. Now, I'm saying a decision. Listen, this king, I feel, actually already has his heart set on someone. I feel like this king is with someone, maybe a karmic partner, right? Because we know, we were just talking about, again, karmic, and then what lies ahead on this path. We already know who's ever in the Lover's card is already on the path, right? Their path meets up at the same time. It's King of Pentacles. In what feels like a karmic relationship right now, though, this other princess is, you know, who holds his heart. Who holds his heart. It's almost like the decision is to end one, to move into another. Opposing forces again. End, beginning. The end, the beginning. End one, begin with the other. Feeling the connection of one. Well, who? Well, clearly the one he wants to leave for the other. I don't know if this is earlier energy, though. So, I kind of feel like it is just because they're showing up as princesses. And we have an age difference here, too. Now, it could be also deciding to move away from two daughters in the name of love, soulmate love. But one of the things, for whatever the reason, is I don't feel like I cut my daughters out, anything like that. Well, I feel like they're just older, and I don't think there's anything wrong with this picture other than what I'm thinking. I worry that they think I'm leaving them, walking away from them, for love. And even though, in a sense, you're really not, so that you're walking away from them. Okay, I feel like this might be more your fear, though. Alright, well, we got a lot of cards, so let's look. We got the Ten of Swords. Ten of Pentacles, opposing forces. Ace of Wands again. Ace of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. And, hello, the Six of Swords. Oh my god, my nose. Okay, wow. Okay, so I have opposing forces with the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords following that, plus the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords. Things getting better when I put down my swords, right? What swords? What are they talking about? When I put down my swords, my life improves. What are they talking about swords? They're talking about the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. The difference between the two energies. Right? One is harmonious, and one is anything but. Ten of Swords is the taking on of the energy of people's opinions, but it's also taking on your own thoughts of self-doubt. It's believing everything that everyone's ever said to you, but not believing in yourself. Isn't that funny? Like, we'll listen to other people's opinions, but we know within us, we'll hear or we'll recognize something great in us, but, that's as far as we let it go. What I love is it's a movement on. You had the Ten of Wands here, earlier, and talking about the changing of the guards. Well, here we have almost the same thing again. But here's the energy to back that up. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Prince of Swords earlier was bringing you the Book of Truth. Well, I feel that book reaches you now. I feel like it reaches you and you hear it. You read it. If it's an actual book or you listen, it's communication over. But it's also communication moving forward. So it feels like I start to plan my future. Wheel of Fortune follows that. This is a time of destiny. Again, much like Leo's reading, many of you have been paying off karmic debt, including the other person in this Lover card. Probably this King of Pentacles, too. But each and every time, it's saying it's come to an end, right? Especially when the Death card comes out. That's a clear ending. That is a stop of resisting. Get to moving. What are you doing? Like, what's wrong with you? Come on. Come on. Six of Swords, I promise you. I promise you. You put down those self-created beliefs and other people's opinions, you'll thrive. You know, I can see this King of Pentacles. And I feel like this is more about other people right now. Because I feel like, you know, especially connected to what I feel is like the Book of Truth. However this Book of Truth is coming to you, I could see the resistance against hearing it and the reason why I might want to hear. So, again, the opposing forces. I can close myself off to it, right? Ten of Swords, because it's probably just going to be what it was, and what it always was, and so on and so forth, and it can't be good for me, and what the hell, like, it's 5 years now, where you been, and now you come with the Book of Truth, I don't think so, and you can't teach me anything I already know at all, and, you know, and this and that, and my mother told me I'd never be loved, and look, you didn't love me, so she was right, and, you know, it's all that in that, or the Ten of Pentacles. I've also been in a healing process. I'm also having an understanding. I'm also starting to see things from your perspective as well as mine. I'm seeing the bigger picture here. I'm allowing help of the divine in, and it's guiding me and moving me forward through love and not hate. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to allow myself to imagine that I can move into the Ten of Pentacles energy with you. I'm willing to listen. The Ace of Swords. I at least open myself up to the possibility. Ace of Wands. I open my life up to adventure. Fear doesn't really have a place going forward, only if I bring it. I'm opening myself up to the adventure. I'm willing to listen. I'm even willing to imagine what you're telling me. Wheel of Fortune says it's part of your destiny. It's part of your seed of intention also, not just theirs. It's two coming together as one, the way it's meant to be. Six of Swords asks you just to trust in that. Let go of the past and allow your future to open up. Stop bringing the baggage. The Fool almost demands that. If I want to enter into this new chapter, especially if I'm claiming I live through spirit, well, if I do, then I know there's not a lot of room for hate on this path. And I got to be open to love. High Priestess tells you, feel the presence of your spirits, your angels, your guides, your guardian angel. Feel their presence. They're always with you. Your guardian angel walks side by side with you always and forever. And there's no doubt it never stops. It's always there, period. What's your guardian angel's name? Give them any name you want. And that will be their name. Period. So what exists after all that? The Ten of Cups. Joy. Balance. Peace of mind. Peace of heart. Unconditional love. How did you get there? Through the Magician. Creating, right? Co-creating with divine. Co-creating with divine. And so it is. Okay, we're going to look at, what did I just do with the Fool? We're going to look at the Fool, and then I think I'm going to let it be. I'm going to pick up some of these cards, though. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to bring out the Crystal Vision. So I don't have many of these cards left. Have the Nine of Swords on the bottom. This is unnecessary worry. No need to worry. Okay, let's bring out the Crystal Vision, and I will look at the full as it applies to your whole reading. These have been pre-shuffled. We're going to go ahead and give them a couple shuffles. I have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords back again. Alright. Final clarification for the full. Ten of Wands. Though I have to tell you, it showed up this way, which is the ending. I have the Two of Swords, and I have the Page of Wands. Ugh, you know, my nose is just driving me crazy. You know what I love is you have two pages right here. You have the Ten of Wands finally coming to an end, right? Feeling the energy of moving forward. The Page of Wands, you know, I'm open. I am open to adventure. I'm living more from, you know, kind of the inner child type of energy. Feeling passion. I'm definitely feeling the passion again. You know, this Page of Swords, did someone come in? Did they apologize? Did they tell you your truth? And now you're on that decision of what do I do with this, right? In your heart of hearts, I feel like the Fool is the energy of wanting to go forward. Again, I want to remind you, it's not so much about do I take this person with me, more or less showing me that, listen, the right person, look, I just saw the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Whoever it is that divine feels that connection with you, which you must too, that's the person. So, you know, this isn't just some bum somewhere. If they're a bum, they're a bum on purpose, trying to gain an experience. Because they're not just some bum somewhere. There's purpose between the two of you meeting. There's purpose behind your connection. Alright, let's add the Three of Wands in with that also. Because this is our final card. This is the movement going forward. And this is optimism. This is being excited. You know, she's driving the ship here. Driving. I have the Page of Cups and I have Six of Wands. So, what am I doing moving forward at the beginning? This is about the beginning of it. You know, it doesn't have to be like my whole life changes, but there's aspects of your life where it is the beginning of it. Page of Cups. Number one, that is about self-love, right? It is about self-love first, but it's also about love being in the atmosphere. May not have arrived yet. Usually comes with the night. But this is telling it's in the atmosphere. Six of Wands is a card of feeling victorious, right? I feel victorious. Whatever it is I needed to feel victorious about, I'm not really sure here. because this is about other people recognizing that with you too. And I want to look at that just a little deeper. Nonetheless, it is a sense of victory, but I don't want it to be victory within my ego here. 6, 7, 8, 9. So something, I'm feeling victorious over something. Maybe I've put a lot of work into, a lot of hours of wanting to manifest this. I like this through the Three of Wands, which again is positive energy. And honestly, I think that's what it's saying. I'm noticing the stars again within the Three of Wands. So your dreams are attached to your future, coming to fruition. Also could recognize, or could be talking about Aquarius for some of you. Aquarius is in the boat. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? I have the Four of Pentacles. For Capricorn, this is beautiful energy because this is about feeling grounded, feeling stable. When it's attached to the Three of Wands here, it's not so much about holding on to negative beliefs, right? At this point, I feel like I've set them down. And this is me. It reminds me of Bob Seger's song, Like a Rock. I'm as strong as I could be, like a rock. It reminds me of that energy of, and I want to say returning to that energy. Anything else? Anything else? I keep saying anything else, I'll probably keep getting things. Okay, I have the Nine of Pentacles again. Two of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. And the Seven of Wands. Okay. Well, and, again, opposing energies. Two of Pentacles. In between two different energies here. One of the energies is independent energy. The building up of my wealth. The building up of my foundation. Feeling secure within myself. It's important to me here. I also want to say that, again, it is about those building blocks in place. Right? Why? To give you stability, so you feel grounded. And what's the opposing force? The Eight of Swords and the Seven of Wands. So, what is the Eight of Swords energy where I'm being, look at the card, right? She's behind all these swords that she put there, which is for safety, right? She's loosely tied, she's blindfolded, but she could rip all that off her in a second. She could walk right between those swords. This is what she chooses to do. Something she doesn't want to look at. Again, swords, taking on other people's beliefs. And now I just don't want to move out of it. Whatever it is, it's not, it's not like the hermit where, sometimes I go into an isolated state, but I do it for purpose. Spiritual learning, knowledge, that type of thing. Here, I'm doing this out of a fear, based out of not just my actions, but other people's actions. Showing a Seven of Wands attached to that, right? So it's an energy of feeling like I always have to defend myself. Other people don't see my point of view. They don't build me up. But you don't need them to. That's the thing. You don't need them to. And maybe their purpose was to add resistance into your life so that you learn to overcome that. The only way we can overcome it is by going through it. Truly. You have to truly. I do this to my boyfriend. I tell him, I'm not going to sit there and bitch and yell at you. What I'm going to do is give you the experience. So if you make me feel a certain way and you don't get it, well, then you're going to experience it. So then you can be like, oh, okay. Now I get it. I don't know. Just how I am. But I kind of feel like that energy. All right, my love. So this is about freeing of yourself, right? Giving the time for healing to take place. Divine is all through your reading, guiding you, showing you the really positive light that's on your path moving forward. Give blessings for where you've been. So you know now you carry that lesson for eternity. Doesn't have to be repeated. Unless you want it repeated. I don't know, maybe I didn't learn enough yet about, bad love. Maybe I need it to come back to me again so I can learn this time. Right? That's karma. All right, my loves, I'm going to leave it there. Beautiful reading. A little deep, I know. I can't help it. I can't help it. I love it. I hope it reaches you with an open heart and an open mind. Sorry, I just kicked the desk. And there, I'm going to leave it. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for your likes up. If you like the video, please give me a likes up, okay? If you're new, I hope you loved what you heard. I hope you subscribe. If you do, hit the notification bell. Otherwise, you just don't get notifications. I mean, it's that simple. I hate the notifications sent the way YouTube does that. I mean, the bell's on, But no, you got to tap the bell and then you got to choose. Anyway, hopefully we can change that. It's something I've certainly talked to them about. Anyways, I don't know why I'm bitching. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Just thank you for allowing me to be me. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.